Calvin Cast on Bowl Mart Lanes, just outside of beautiful downtown Rouse's Point. It's the 19th day of January 2012, and we're here for CBAC Varsity Bowling. We're starting with the ladies tonight. Up first for the Cougars is Brianna Smith. She's looking to get the 10 pin, and she's going to be a little bit off. And for Beekmantown, it's Michaela Long, and she picks up her spare. Beekmantown Eagles at Northeastern Clinton Central School. As I said, we're starting with the ladies tonight. As often is the case, we've got to get out of here. We've got basketball, and we can't wait to the last minute to get there. Otherwise, we'll be looking for a place to record from. Sarah Adams gets the strike, and this is Sabrina Manning. And she picks off about 3 or 4. Well, we're starting with the girls, and then when the girls are done, we're going to go cover the A's and B boys. And when the A boys are done, we're leaving. So the B boys better keep pace. That was Devin Goslin bowling on the girls' A team tonight as Manning picks up her spare. Goslin replacing Katie Hawksby, who's not here this evening. Goslin, a lefty, gets about 6 to the frame, and going in the gutter is Harley Wells for the Eagles. Now we've got Katie Tremblay, and Tremblay is the 6'10". Wells will almost pick up his spare. Nice effort. Now here's Tremblay. So she slipped on something. So she'll settle for 8 and bring up Taylor LaValle. And LaValle strikes for the Eagles. This match originally scheduled for a few days from now, but it was moved up for some reason. A 6-7-10 split for Janelle Menard. Here's Hayden Matilio. And Matilio picks off 7 pins, leaves a 1-2-4. Now here's Menard. On for 6, he might. Oh, good shot. Good try. Good try. And Matilio picks up her spare. We want to thank the Mike and Ellen Boyette here at the Bowl Mart for putting the Bowl Mart back on the viewer patronage list. Long starts it off with 9 pins in the second frame. Smith will. So she's got double wood there, doesn't it? So she's got the 2-7-8, 2-5-7-8, 2-5-7-8. And Long picking up her spare, yes. Good effort there by Smith. Now Sabrina Manning for Beekmantown working on a spare. She's going to slide it, just barely hangs on, gets a few pins. And Sarah Adams right in the pocket leaves the 3-10. He'll leave the 5-pin, 9 for the frame. Adams picks up her spare, so an open for Manning and a spare for Adams will bring up Harley Wells for Beekmantown and Devin Goslin for the Cougars. And a strike for Wells. Here's Goslin. Let's see, looks like the 1-2-5-8 maybe. 1-3-5-8. And she picks it up. There's Taylor LaValle. LaValle doubles. 2 strikes to start things off for LaValle. Trombley up for the Cougars. And Trombley picks up a strike. Matilio for Beekmantown. Goes a little bit to the Brooklyn side, leaves the 3-6-10. And I'll bring up Janelle Menard. Oh, she likes that one. She likes that 6-7-10. I can see a trend here. There it goes. Pick up there from Matilio with her spare. And Menard almost picked up that last one, so he said, I'm going to keep trying those until I get one. And, oh, another good try. I guess she'll do the same in the third frame. We'll see. Here's Randa Smith starting the third frame for the Cougars. Today's 7-pin. Michaela Long for Beekmantown will strike. Sabrina Manning will be up for Beekmantown right after we watch Smith getting her spare, and she will pick it up. Yes.
Good job, Bree. Good job. There you go. Good ball. Good first ball.
Manning strikes. Nice job by Manning. Here's Sarah Adams for the Cougars. Adams has a strike and a spare in the first 2, and she will pick up another strike. Harley Wells for Beekmantown. She's working on a strike. Throws it in the gutter.
Nice job, Bob.
Evan Goslin. Evan told me that this is not a sport. Interviewed her for the Northeastern musical. 5-pin looks like. Yep, 5-pin left by Wells. Said she didn't like sports. I said, but you bowl, but that's not a sport. Oh, she got 8 for the frame. Taylor LaValle, she said, you know, I'm going to pick up one of them 6-7-10s. Why should I let Menard have all the fun? So she was working on a double, but she decided to go the old 6-7-10 spare route. Trombley yanks it to the left. And, oh, that's not the way to do it. Well, LaValle misses her spare. Hasn't opened here in the third. Trombley up for the Cougars. And Trombley will 8 for the frame. Martillo for Beekmantown. Leaves the 2-4-5. And I'll get us to Menard. We'll see if she can leave another 6-7-10. Can she do it? No. 3-10. Martillo going for a spare. Looks like she's got it, and she does. So Peyton Martillo with the spare. Menard, the anchor bowler tonight, with Hawksby unavailable. And she'll get 9 for the frame. Brianna Smith. Picks up a strike. And Michaela Long plays the, looks like a 1-3-10. 1-2-10. 1-2-10. Adams. Plays just the 6. And good try, missed the front one, missed the head pin. Picked up that 10 pin and missed the head pin. Well, there's Adams going for her spare. Throws it in the gutter. Sabrina Manning leaves the 4-5-7. Devin Goslin leaves a 10 pin. Manning looking to pick up her spare. But between the 4 and a 5, she should do it, but she's going to yank it to the left and only get 7 for the frame. So after a nice double strike start, she's had 2 opens. Meanwhile, Goslin has spared. And we've got Harley Wells up for the Eagles. Wells leaves just the 3 pin. Katie Trombley up for the Cougars. And she leaves the 3-6. And missing her spare as Wells. Said that somebody keeping score over here. Like going to a baseball game and keeping a scorebook. Some people go to bowling matches and keep a scorebook. Will barely pick up her spare. And LaValle says, I can't get a spare, so I'll strike. To heck with it. Well, that's what I do. You know, if I have trouble picking up spares, I just get the strikes. There's Menard. Menard leaves the 10. Machilio, anchor bowler, leaves the 3-6. Let's see, there we go. Let's see what the team total is. 392 with handicap to 467. Eagles giving up a few pins there. The Cougars have knocked fewer pins down, but with handicap, there's an open for Matilio. With the, it's 280, 281, 393, 231, 468. So the Eagles are giving up a lot of pins to the Cougars. Here's Michaela Long, leaving the 3-6-10, and Brianna Smith for Northeastern. And Smith leaves the 6-10. We are in the 5th frame. They've been moving right along tonight, which is unusual. Last few times we've been here, the girls have been in 2nd gear. Smith misses her spare. And Manning up for Beekmantown will leave a 1-2-7-8. We got Adams leaving a 1-3-9. And Manning will miss a couple of them. Adams going for her spare. She will pick it up. But that double wood overall trouble, potential trouble. Harley Wells for Beekmantown. Keeps it on the alley and leaves the 1-2-7. Goslin leaves a 1-3-6. 7-pin left. Goslin likes to run up there and toss that ball. So a sprint bowler. I don't see a lot of sprint bowlers anymore, but Goslin is one. There's 9 pins for the Valley. There's Trombley. She gets a couple. La Valley in the gutter, knocked it down, so they'll have to adjust the score. You can't pick up the case like Trombley knows what she's doing, so she'll make the adjustment.
You need my bank card?
No, your bank card. Your
There, Josh.
just got them reset it.
Here, Morgan.
There's Trombley looking for her spare. And she picks it up. Nice job by Katie Trombley. Here's Attilio. 3-6-10. Menard for the Cougars. Not content with trying to get the 6-7-10. She's going to go for the 4-6-7-10. Double pinnacle. Attilio picks up her spare. And we're going to watch for a little double pinnacle spare here from Janelle Menard. There it goes. Pay attention so you'll know how to pick this up. Brianna Smith for the Cougars. I hope everyone caught the tour that the Goyettes gave us with Joey Trombley and me of the Bowl Mart here. Went behind the pin setters, got to see them up close and personal. If you didn't catch that on Hometown Cable on TV, then go to the internet. They're available. Just click on it. Manning picks up 8 pins. There's Adams. Oops, that's Smith. Excuse me. Smith gets 7 for the frame. Just go to our website, HometownCableNetwork.com. HometownCableNetwork.com, or if you're so inclined, you can go to Plattsburgh.com, but either one will get you to that video. Okay, Adams gets 9 pins. Manning had it open. Here's Wells. Wells will leave the 4-7. That's not Wells. That's Manning. And Adams misses her spare. So Manning is up here. So that was Long who got that spare earlier. You can see we're in the 6th frame. There's Manning's ball. She's going to miss her spare. And we got 7 pins for Goslin. There's Harley Wells. Starts off her 6th frame with a gutter. And Goslin gets 8 for the frame. Wells. Looking for a 10-pin spare. She'll get 7 of them. And Trombley up for the Cougars. Trombley with a strike. Taylor LaValle for Beekmantown. Leaves the 1-2-4. Check out those team totals here. 488 to 588. Still a 100-pin lead for the Cougars. Menard picks up 9, and missing her spare was LaValle.
Yeah, but I'd rather read that.
Menard will get in there and pick up the spare. And here's Matilio. 3 strikes this ball there by the Yankee bowler Peyton Matilio. So they'll start the 7th frame very quickly. With Long for Beekmantown. 2 strikes. And Smith for the Cougars.
Alright guys, pick that up, Matt.
At the 6-10. Manning for Beekmantown. Lays a 1-2-4-8.
7-7.
Smith will pick up her spare. Adams for the Cougars. Adams is looks like the head pin. It's gone away. They don't leave it up there very long. Maybe not. That's the. That's not the head pin. That's the 5. That's the 5-9. Spare for Adams. Manning picks up her spare. This fellow here ducked as he walked by. 2 feet tall and he ducked, so he wants to get stepped in front of the camera. Goslin leaves the 5-pin. And picking up 7 was Wells on her first ball in the 7th. So she's got 7 in the 7th. Goslin will miss her spare. And nice job. Perfect split there by Wells. Perfect split there. I mentioned the coaches yet. It's Buddha. Jim Garrett and Charlie Stone are the coaches for Beekmantown. Rick Dumas, of course, for Northeastern Clinton. There's Katie Trombley. No referees, though. Wiggling 7. It's going to hang on, though. Taylor LaValle. And she gets 9 on her first ball. Left the 5-pin. There's Trombley. Trombley picks it up.
Good job. All right, Chris. Good job.
LaValle misses her spare. Let's check those totals here. 647 for the Cougars. 557 for Beekmantown. Menard.
Come on, Janelle. All right, Janelle, go get him.
Lays the 2-4-5. Matilio. A 7-10 split.
Not the same one.
7-10 split. There's Menard, and he will pick it up. Now here's the 7-10, first one ever captured here on home. Nope.
I do it small.
Field goal.
Your big children.
573 to 664. 427, 461 scratch. Oh, this sliding in the gutter was Smith's first ball in the 8th. And long strikes. Beekmantown still within striking distance here. Strong finish. They could pull it out long as a double. And looking for a 10-pin spare here is Smith. He gets 8 for the frame. There's Manning for Beekmantown. Off the 7-pin. Here's Adams. 5-9. Manning will miss her spare. Adams will pick up hers. Wells leaves a 6-10. Goslin. The strike, their second strike of the game. Wells will miss her spare. Chombley for the Cougars. LaValle for the Eagles. Beekmantown at Northeastern at the Bowl Mart Lanes. January 19th, 2012. 8 pins for Chombley and about 5 for LaValle. Chombley will miss her spare. He yanked it to the left. And LaValle will pick up hers. So now we'll wrap up the 8th frame here with Matilio striking. And Menard picking off 6 pins. So 647, 535 scratch, 729, 492 scratch. There's Smith starts the 9th with a strike. Menard will just miss the spare, leaving the head pin. Long working on a double. Oops. Leaves the 10 pin. There's Adams. There's a 1-2-8. Long will miss her spare. After working on a double, it's got to be a little disappointing. I'd like to use the 9-pin to catapult you into the 10th. And open for Adams. Here's Manning for Beekmantown. So he's a 3-6. Goslin races up to the line. Looks like the 4-6-7. Manning. We'll get 9 for the frame. Goslin tosses hers in the gutter. Well, the Cougars hanging on to about a 90-pin lead right now as the gutter for Wells. There's Chombley. That is it. And 7 for the frame for Wells. Where are we at here? 3 opens here in the ninth for Beekmantown. 690 total, 770 for the Cougars, so it's 80 pin difference. Cougars have 2 opens thus far. And a strike is a 10 pin spare attempt. That's not going to pick it up. Another open. The Valley. It's 7 pins. A spare for the Valley is Menard. Menard gets 7 pins, leaves the 245. Tilio for Beekmantown. Leaves just the 3 pin. Menard picks up her spare. So going into the 10th to be 783 for the Cougars. And Tilio will gutter ball. It'll be 725 for Beekmantown. That's a 58 pin difference. But Eagles don't have anything strong to build off except for the spare. Oops, excuse me, we have what they have. 1 spare here by La Valley to build on. Smith leaves a wiggling 7. And Long had the double wood and she couldn't get that back pin, so give her a 171. Nice game. 193 with handicap. There's Smith.
All right, good game.
Smith spares. And Manning up for Beekmantown. Manning gets 9 pins. Smith.
All right.
It's 7 on her fill ball. There's Manning going for her spare. This is crucial. Eagles need some fill balls. They're not going to get one here. We'll give Manning a 108. Team at the moment, 743. 803. Adams for the Cougars. 2 strikes. Wells for the Eagles. 2 strikes. There's Adams. It's 9 on her first fill ball. Manning. There's the 10 pin on her first fill ball. Adams, or spare. Smith finished with a 125, Adams with a 158. And Wells will miss her spare. 114 for Wells. Well, Valley gets 7 pins, leaves the 128. 776 to 830. The Cougars will take this. 664 to 593. Scratch, however.
Mike, got a pin top of the rack.
Valley with a fill ball will get 9 on their fill ball. For their 148. Meanwhile, we're waiting for a pin problem here for Goslin. Strike for Matilio. One 171, 108, 114, 148 for Beekmantown. Matilio looking to strike out. Foiled by a 7-pin. And finally, lane 11 is ready for Goslin. Matilio picks up her spare. That gives her a 155. Goslin leaves a 1-2. So it's a team total of 808, 696 scratch for Beekmantown. And Cougars will take this one. Goslin just needs to keep this on the alley to 100. She spares. Oh, we had a 290 there. Nobody told me this there. A 290. Somebody finishing strong for the boys. Didn't realize that was going on. That's Ryan Douglas. We would have been keeping an eye on him had we known he had a spare to start the game, and 11 strikes in a row. Ryan Douglas will be going over to the boys in just a moment. So, mighty fine bowling. There's Katie Trombley. There's a 7-pin. Boys are starting their next frame. 111 for Goslin. Trombley. Or the spare. Again, the boys have started here. The girls a little pin setting problem. We'll be joining the boys in progress. Here's Trombley. Trombley gets 9 on her throw ball. We'll give her a lot of 136, I think. Nothing striking going on in the boys' game. There's Menard. Oh, Menard strikes. Menard's first fill ball is a double. Looks like Menard's ball isn't coming back. It's going to slow us down even more to get over to the boys. 136 for Trombley. Meanwhile, the boys are bowling up a storm. We'll be there as quick as possible. Ryan Douglas, he had a strike, so he had 12 in a row, but over 2 games. He had 12 in a row for a perfect game. So he bowled a perfect game, but not in the same game. Almenard's ready.
Good game. Good ball. Come on in. There you go. Let's finish.
Gets 9. Over 141. 899 team to 808. We're going to pick up on the boys. In a moment, we're going to have to find a spot to stand over that way. Or maybe not. We might end up doing the boys right from here. It looks like nothing but folks that direction. So much as we don't like this particular angle, we may just end up shooting from here. Joliker. Two strikes.
Jingle peanuts? Yeah.
Okay, we've got a little closer here to the boys. We've got the A's and the B's going on at the same time. We'll try to get updated here so we can figure out where we're at. We'll start with the A's, and once we get caught up in the A's, we'll move over to the B's here. This is Andrew Roberts of Beekmantown. Kyle Siebert for Northeastern working on a strike. Two doubles. For Beekmantown over that way, it's their number 2 bowler, that'd be Denon Volantis. And right in front of us we had Mike Dio. Steve Deal's grandson, I believe, and we got over that away for the Cougars. Let's get back over here. Joey Robert picking up a strike. There's Ryan Douglas, another strike. He loves these lanes. Don't tell the Munsons there. For the Cougars, it's Kevin Sterling over in lane 16. It's Matt Dwyer starting the 3rd frame for the Eagles. This is Austin Delisle. There's not Austin Delisle. This is James St. Dennis for Beekmantown. There's Chris Copes for the Cougars. 2 strikes. Over that away is Dylan Gooley, I guess. David Siebert. 4 frames, 4 lanes is a lot to try to keep up with, particularly when we're not centered. We'll try our darndest. That was Matt Toro. We have Jolliver in front of us. Toro misses his spare. Ryan Munson picks up his spare. Over in lane 16 we have Morgan Wyatt. So the previous bowler was Dylan Gooley, who struck. There's Joliker, who will miss his spare.
Thank you very much. I appreciate
it. Andrew Roberts gets 8 pins. Wyatt going for his spare will pick it up. We've got Josh Frenier throwing a gutter ball. is Mike Dio. No, that was not Dio. That was Andrew Roberts picking up his spare. On the far side, it's Austin Delisle and Aaron Misek for the Cougars. Frenier picks up his spare. There's Dio. Leaves a 4-6-7. Kyle Siebert gets 8 pins. Aaron Misek gets 9 for the frame. Mike Dio gets 8 for the frame. And picking up his spare was Austin Delisle. Picking up his spare was Kyle Siebert. Now we've got Douglas. And that's 3 and 11, 14 strikes in a row for Douglas. Following that 290. Picking off about 3 pins was where are we? Being at an angle here, it's very tough for me to follow the frame. Coates picks up a strike. Dwyer is in front of us. He picks up a strike. Bowling for the Cougars was their number 2 bowler. That was Kevin Sterling. Bowling for the Eagles on 16 was their number 2 bowler. That was Denon Willantis. This is David Siebert. He gets 9 pins. Ryan Munson's in front of us. Munson gets a strike. Over on 16, it was Willantis getting 8 for the frame. Now we have Joliker for the Cougars. He throws it in the gutter.
Let's go.
David Siebert leaves the 7 pin. Andrew Roberts leaves the 7 pin. Picking up his spare was James St. Dennis over on 16. Joliker looking for his 10 pin spare. He will get it. Nice spare by Joliker. Picking up his spare was Roberts. For the Cougars, it's Dylan Dooley. For the Eagles, it's Matt Coral. And 16, he puts it in the gutter. There's Frenier with a strike, and we are at Mike Deal, who leaves looks like a 4-10. Spare for Gooley. Coro will miss his spare. Dio will get 9 for the frame. Kyle Siebert had 8 pins in his first ball. Morgan Wyatt will strike for the Cougars. And you've got Cody Watts for Beekmantown picking up 8 pins. Siebert will get 9. Now we're at Ryan Douglas. 10 pin brings his nice run. 14 in a row, and he had to stop sooner or later. Watts picks up his spare over on 16. This is Billy Robert. He's going to hang on and pick up 5 pins. gutter. He'll have it open. He went in the gutter. Niset getting 8 pins. Delisle got 7 for the frame, I guess. Robert with a strike. Then in Atlantis gets a strike. Coates gets 9 pins. Spare for Niset. Hang on in the 10 pin there for Matt Dwyer. Coates the spare. Kevin Sterling gets a couple of pins. Denon Lontis picked up a strike. Ryan Munson missed his spare. James St. Dennis for Beekmantown. This is his spare. Jolica gets 8 pins. Sterling gets 8 pins. Picking up the strike as Ryan again did a strike. Ryan Munson got a strike. It must have been Dwyer I saw earlier. We got Jolica going for a spare. He'll pick it up, and over on the far side we had David Siebert getting 7 pins. Here's Andrew Roberts leaving the 6-10. Missing his spare was Matt Carl. Grenier goes in the gutter. Not sure what Siebert did, or if he picked up that spare or not. The scoreboard is indicating that he did.
Just on a sequence, bud, that's all.
Grenier picks up his spare. Bowie on 10 gets up 8. Strike for Mike Dio. A spare for Cody Watts. Kyle Siebert gets 7 pins. Here's Douglas trying to start a new string. And that 10 pin does him in again. There's Siebert. Picks up his spare. Here's Wyatt. And Douglas misses another one. Niset gets 8 pins. We're in the 5th frame. Strike for Joey Robert. Wyatt picks up his spare. There's Niset. We will pick up his spare. Cokes for the Cougars. 2 strikes.
Here, have a drink on me.
Delisle for Beekmantown strikes.
I bought the drink for that nice strike.
We got 7 pins for Delisle. Sterling gets 9 pins. And Jolica up for the Cougars. Leaves the 4-6. Okay, a spare over in the corner for Delisle. Sterling's going to miss his. The 9 pins here by Munson. Eight for the frame for Joliker. Munson picks up his spare, and we have a strike for David Siebert. So now Frenier for the Cougars. Leaves double wood. Strike on lane 10 for Rolantis. 9 pins. Knocked down by Andrew Roberts. Dylan Gooley in the gutter. Bernier gets 9 for the frame. Roberts picks up his spare over on lane 10. We have James St. Dennis bowling. Excuse me, on lane 16, James St. Dennis on 15. For the Cougars, it's Sterling. Or Gooley, Dylan Gooley, excuse me.
Hey, Kyle, pick him up.
St. Dennis is spared. Gooley got a strike. Beal gets 9 pins, leaves a 7. Matt Cole gets a strike.
Come on, Kyle.
Siebert misses his spare. Wyatt up for the Cougars on 15. Puts it in the gutter. There's Deal going for his spare. He will pick it up. And getting 9 pins in his first ball is Watts. There's Roberts. Robert gets 9 pins. Wyatt going for his spare. Douglas gets 7 pins in his first ball. Watts picks up his spare. There's Robert. Robert spares. Drake for Austin Delisle. Douglas picks up his spare. Reset gets 9 pins. We are, looks like we're in the 7th frame. And Delisle spares. Dwyer for the Eagles. Reset picks up his spare. Dwyer leaves the 10 pin. Pokes up for the Cougars. Poke strikes. And a strike for Beekmantown for Denon Walantis. Dwyer misses his spare. Sterling up for the Cougars. Looks like he's struck. James St. Dennis for Beekmantown. Leaves a 6-10. Matt Joliker for the Cougars. Gets the strike. Ryan Munson for Beekmantown. Leaves the 3-10. David Siebert gets a strike for the Cougars on 16. St. Dennis going for his spare. He will miss it. Frenier gets a strike. And there's Andrew Roberts. gets 9 for the frame. Oh, excuse me, it's Ryan Munson getting 9 for the frame. Dooley gets 6 pins in his first ball. A strike for Matt Coral.
Come on, Kyle.
Kyle Siebert throws it in the gutter.
Hard and fair, bud, that's all.
There's Andrew Roberts. He gets 6 pins. Dooley gets 7 for the frame. Watts up for Beekmantown gets 7 pins, leaves the 3-6-10. Beekmantown at Northeastern in CBAC bowling. Nice spare there by Andrew Roberts. We got Wyatt on 16 for the Cougars, leaves a baby split. Watts picks up his spare, and Siebert picks up his spare. Now we've got Mike Beal for Beekmantown. Beal leaving the 10. There's Wyatt at 9. Joey Robert getting 9 in his first ball. Looks like Misek missed them all. Leo looking for his spare. He will pick it up. And we got Delisle getting 7 pins on lane 16. Robert needs 1. Misek needs 10. And they both do it. 10 pin spare and a 10 pin spare. But 2 different types of 10 pin spares. Oh, off the wall. And a spare there for Lyle. A strike for Douglas. Matt Dwyer getting a strike, and Kevin Sterling getting about 3 pins. We have Cokes leading it off for the Cougars in the 8th frame. Cokes strikes over on lane 16. It was Denon Wallentus getting us 8 pins. Sterling misses his spare. We've got Ryan Munson picking up 8 pins. Spare over there for Wallentus. There's Joliker. Joliker's strike. Strikes. Spare for Munson. And a spare, or no, turkey, a triple there for David Siebert. Grenier getting all but the 3 pin. Roberts in the gutter. We've got James St. Dennis for Beekmantown looking for a spare. He'll get 9 for the frame. Dylan Dooley for the Cougars. He gets 7 pins, leaves the 1-3-6. Frenier picks up his spare. And 9 for the frame for Roberts. Matt Coro getting 9 pins in his first ball. Dooley for the Cougars. Dooley picks up his spare. In the gutter for Kyle Siebert. Picking up his spare over that way was Coral. Beal gets 9 pins. Wyatt. Watts picks up his spare. Wyatt missed everything. Kyle Siebert picks up a spare. There's Deal missing his spare. And now we go to Morgan Wyatt. He gets 7 for the frame. Misek starting the 8th frame, I guess. And Joey Robert getting 7 pins. Douglas for the Eagles gets a strike, and when it's away, it's Delisle getting 6 pins. Misek will miss his spare. We're watching viewer-supported local television. If you're watching this, we need your support to keep this programming on, whether you're watching it on cable or on the internet, or even in somebody else's home. There's 8 pins for Delisle.
All right, Christopher.
Coates picks up a strike. Sterling will get 3 pins in his first ball. And Dwyer gets 8 in his first ball. Volunkus leaves the 4 pin. Here's Joliker, and we got Sterling right away. Sterling picks it up, and Joliker gets a strike.
It's like your mother showed you. Hey, Matthew.
And a spare for Dwyer. Volunkus up for Beekmantown, and he will spare. For the Cougars, it's David Siebert, and he will strike. Ryan Munson will strike. And Josh Frenier leaves 4 pins. There's James St. Dennis. We got about 6. We got Roberts for the Eagles. There's a double pinnacle. Meanwhile, Dooley put his in the gutter. Renier misses his spare. St. Dennis misses his. A double pinnacle opportunity here for Andrew Roberts. Goes for the wood, gets 2 of them.
Good job.
Dooley trying to get his 10-pin spare. We got Kyle Siebert. Dooley gets 7. Siebert gets a strike. Matt Coral for Beekmantown. He leaves the 6, 7, 10. That's the Janelle Menard favorite. A strike for Mike Dio. Wyatt will get 8. Billy Robert gets a strike. Coral gets 9 for the frame. There's Douglas in the gutter. With some action, we'll have to reset it. So he goes from a 290, 14 strikes in a row to struggling here in the second. After starting it with 3 strikes. Wyatt misses his spare. And looks like a triple there for Watts. Matt Dwyer starts it off with a strike in the 10th. Or in the 10th? No, we're in the 10th, I guess. Well, we're wrapping up here already. This has been a fast-moving game. We've got really going to put the pressure on us.
Good job, Aaron.
The A's are in the 10th. The B's are in the 9th. Douglas picks up his spare. 10-pin spare. Matt Dwyer finishes his with a spare. So we're going to concentrate on the A's right now, just to get them, then we'll go over to the B's after when they get to their time. Folks is working on a 4-bagger, looking for 5 in a row, and he's a good double pinochle.
All right, get to it.
Ryan Munson will get a baby split. He's got the double wood there on the left. Let's see, team-wise, 945, 773. Cougars dominating in this one. A 160 for Matt Dwyer. There's Cokes.
Good try.
7 for the frame. Give him a
Good game.
218. Nice game. Not much that Munson can do. Ryan Munson will finish with a disappointing 159. Beekmantown, the top B team in the league. Here's Jolliker. There's a 10-pin. Andrew Roberts. It's 3. We'll keep glancing at the B's, but we're not going to do any commentary until they get to the 10th. We can concentrate here on the A's. Here's Jolliker. He'll miss his spare. Roberts will pick up his. Matt Jolliker gets a 187. Solid score. Cougars will take this one with a handicap. Now they've got Grenier getting 9 pins. Roberts with his fill ball. He'll get 9, so I'll give him a 166. Grenier misses his spare. Grenier will finish with a 142. And we've got Mike Deal. Lays the 410. Pins for Siebert. Now it looks like they're starting the 10th in the B's. 9 pins for Dio. Siebert will miss his spare. There's Douglas. Strikes. Picking up a spare is Austin Delisle in the 10th. There's Joey Robert, anchor bowler for the Cougars. With 7 pins. Right now, let's check out 150 for Deal. There's Douglas. 157 for Siebert. And there's the fill ball for 118, looks like. 118 for Delisle. Robert finishes his game with a 199.
Way to go!
1 pin away from the magic 200.
Try,
Douglas will miss his spare, goes from a 290 Well, solid 193 up to the sneeze at, but when you're used to bowling over 200, it's got to be disappointing. All right, we're here at the B-Boys. Ben and Walantis. It's 8 pins. And reset. Looking for his spare, he's had pin setter problems. He picks up his spare, Walantis now. He'll get 9. 188 for Walantis. There's Misek. He gets a strike. So let's see, we'll get a 136. James St. Dennis for Beekmantown. He strikes. Kevin Sterling for the Cougars. He gets 8 pins in his first ball here in the 10th.
All right, Chris, we got spare.
St. Dennis. 8 pins. Sterling will spare.
All right, bud, pick him up. One frame at a time.
Missing the spare was St. Dennis. That was his second fill ball. There's Sterling in the gutter. Getting a 103. St. Dennis a 126. Now Matt Coral. Coral leaves the 6, 7, 10. Coral's fill ball. That was one for the spare. He did not get it. One for the wood. David Siebert with a strike. Yes, that's a strike. Coral finishes with a 138. And he'll bring up Cody Watts. Watts gets 7 pins. In the gutter for Siebert. Well, he's over 200. Here's Watts picking up his spare.
Good try, Katie. Good try, Katie. Good game.
What's he got? 206 for Siebert. Watts fill ball. 8. And then the 185. There's Gooley. Strikes. $7-10. Tough one to defend it, pick up. Those are scores for Beekmantown, 118, 188, 126. 138, 185. Lily looking for the 7-10 split. First one ever captured on hometown cable. Here it comes. Nope, field goal. We'll give him a 113. The Cougars 136, 103. Big 206 in the middle of all that by Siebert. And then a 113. And we've got Morgan Wyatt. Strikes. Let's get a double. We got 8 on that one. Leaves a 5-9. We've got a 127, 137, 145. Plus whatever we get here.
Oh, good try, John.
145 and 2, so 149. No, 147. 145 and 2 is 147. Forget my math skills. So that's going to wrap it up from the Bowl Mart. Calvin Cast on hometown cable, viewer-supported local television. We're heading for a basketball game where we're going to get there and try to find a place to park. Thanks for watching and supporting hometown cable's company.